Welcome. I hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving, beautiful weekend. We had our first flurries this morning here in New York, and that was really special. So, also really special, it's the last few days of the year. You can see how the light angles in. I love watching how, even though the days are so short, how quickly the sun changes angle day to day. It shows us that the year is really coming to a close. And this is the first time I'm doing this because this is the first time I've written so much all this time in the pandemic. Really gave me a lot of time of self-reflection, which is core to the practice of yoga. It's part of the Ashtanga Eightfold Path is self-study. So I filled up many notebooks this size over the course of the year, and I don't know if you can see, they're mostly just like script, although I do occasionally sketch, and earlier in the year I was using both pen and pencil, and now I'm pretty much exclusively doing pencil, but I'll take notes on anything at all, thoughts that come up during practice, feelings in the practice, intentions going into the practice, reflections coming off the mat. And there's so much happened during the pandemic, really. The practice became even more important than it already was. And so I've been writing more and more than I ever have. And now at the end of the year, I've decided it's really time to read what I've been writing all this time. I do have separate writings that I publish, and I know I'm going to write for other people, but these are my personal writings. And so the first page of this notebook, and I just wanted to share this with you. I didn't get past this page for the last couple of days. There's a lot. I wrote, wanting what you already have over having what you already want. And that was an idea that came to me very powerfully during the pandemic, especially when things were so closed. The first few days of the lockdown were really challenging for me. I was so used to New York City being this place where you could just step outside at whatever time of whatever day and get anything you want. And that idea of wanting what you have is something that I've circled around again and again and again, but in context of the world changing and being drawn back in towards center, being drawn back into a very home life after I'd been traveling from October to February pretty much straight. I hadn't been home for more than a couple of weeks. So really being here and wanting to be here, because that's what makes it wonderful, is when you want to be where you are. And that contrast of wanting what you have and having what you want, to me it's contentment. It's contentment, and it's also the idea of not grasping, not wanting something that you can't have or don't have. And these are, in addition with self-study, really core to yoga philosophy. Contentment is santosha, and not grasping or not yearning or not craving. It sounds like a Buddhist concept, but it's also called a parigraha, to not pull at. So all of those ideas were here in this first sentence of this notebook. And my God, I've got many pages to go through. I'm really excited because I know a lot of my thoughts are repetitive. I come into these same ideas from different angles. Not grasping or self-study or aspects that I work on the mat, and I'm excited to bring that all together and start 2021 with a broader and yet clearer idea of who I am and what I practice and what I can give to you. And I would love to hear, do you journal, do you write, do you keep notes when you're on your mat? And I guess that's all. Be well, take good care.